Oh yeah, black sun in the hizzle, black sun in oh yeah, black sun in the hizzle, all for shizzle. We got an excellent show here today. Um, Real quick, so we're combining. I didn't do the arena broad yesterday, so we're going to combine. We just, like I said, we just do articles as they come because sometimes good articles come a week before we do the arena this week, and then sometimes we get a final article. So um, let me bring out two articles real quick. Do a share screen. I just wanted to, yeah, see what's going on. What's going on? Yeah, see, I want to share something with y'all real quick. Let's start with this one. Okay, we're doing a share screen. Let me blow this up because I know that's kind of small. I know that's very, very small. So I'm going to have to blow that up a little bit, up to at least 200 at least 200. Okay, it says here Jim Jordan. This is from the judiciaryhouse.gov. So this ain't no, this is straight from the House of Representatives. This is straight from um, the House of Representatives. Chairman Jim Jordan and Representative Loudermilk launched inquiry into Fannie Willis colluding with January 6th committee. Okay. Now remember, okay, let's read this. Washington, D.C. today, is that too small for y'all? Because I feel like that's too small for y'all. I'm gonna up just a little bit more, just a tad bit more here. Let's go up to 250. Yeah, let's go up to 250. Let's see how that looks. I guess that's a little bit better. Let's go up to 300. Fuck it. Let's go up a little bit more. 300. Wait, okay, that's 300, man. All the way up to 300. Okay, we off 300 on that one. Okay, so it says January 6th select committee chaired by Representative Benny Thompson after recently learning that Willie's office coordinated its investigation action with the partisan select committee. This new information rallies additional question relevant to the committee's oversight of Willis's politically motivated prosecution of former president of the United States and several former senior federal officials. The partisans' January 6th select committee had a troubling track record of procedural abuse and due process violations. It only slighted evidence from a select set of relevant individuals, ignored ex- explu- exploratory evidence, and did not pursue witnesses with evidence that would not advance its partisan narrative. Oh, is that so? It's fabricated and publicly released doctored evidence. It cherry picked selective information to create false and misleading public narratives to extend that Willis's political motivation. Prosecutions are now relying in any way on records to obtain a partisan J6 committee, if only reinforces concerns about her Chairman Thomas committee due to process and whether they have fulfilled their obligations to properly disclose this material. Now, the reason I bring this up because I watched the interview with, of all people, Alex Jones. Man, I haven't watched Alex Jones in a while, and I'm gonna show you how desperate Fannie Willis is and how much of a garbage case this is. What's up, Milk 35? It's such a garbage case that Fannie Willis is trying to subpoena Alex Jones. Shout out to Alex Jones. Let me say that again. Fannie Willis here in Georgia has such a garbage case. She is trying to subpoena Alex Jones. Now, mind you, if y'all heard about Jack Smith is trying to subpoena anybody and everybody, whoever Trump retweeted. If these are not garbage cases, I don't know what is. Let's like, yo, these are such garbage cases. I mean, just straight garbage that they would have to resort to Jack Smith. And that now they're saying, oh, there's no correlation between the two. It's just coincidental. So now we got Fannie Willis coordinating with Jack Smith, according to the Congress, according to the Congress Judiciary Committee, that they're coordinating with each other. So, oh man, I've been looking at these cases, like I said, the Jack Smith case, the Fannie Willis case here in Georgia, the civil case up in New York. Man, these, like Trump's attorney said, these are garbage cases. And as y'all know, in the Jack Smith case, Trump has got his attorney to file because the first judge turned it down, the state judge, the Obama appointed judge turned it down. And so therefore, Trump's team is basically taking that to a higher court. And it's funny because, in the same case in the civil trial, they're trying to take it to a higher court, but Letitia, is that her name? Letitia James? She's trying to prevent that from happening. So it seemed like it's just all a waiting game. Like I said, they're not going to be able to, with Fannie Willis, they're not going to be able to get this thing under trial before the election. Judge even told there's no way possible. There's no way possible. So it only looks like Jack Smith's case is the only one that has the potential to have a date before the election. However, again, we all know that that case will be destroyed by what they call presidential supremacy or presidential immunity. Cloud chasing at its finest. That's right, Deacon. You already know it, man. All these DAs trying to chase cloud. My thing is, I don't know if y'all seen the thing, the interview with Trump. I played it here, and I think Sean Hannity, he joked around. Trump joked around too. He said, "Are you going to be a dictator?" Trump said, "Yeah, on day one, I'm going to be a dictator." Now, those of y'all know that, Trump has a good sense of humor. He jokes around, but, the people on the left take that shit so seriously. I think they're going to leave the damn country. Well, some of them are going to leave the damn country. Well, they claim. So they claim. And they claim this the end of democracy. I think as Liz Cheney would say, oh, it's going to be the end of democracy. Man, these people are so silly. These people are just beyond silly, man. But, Alex Jones says something very interesting. And I quote, he said, they're not going to be able to stop Trump. The only way he wouldn't put it past, Alex Jones said he wouldn't put it past them trying to assassinate Trump. But he said something interesting too. They said if they try to assassinate Trump, they're going to try to assassinate Biden also. I was like, wow. They're saying now, if you look at the news media, the media is turning on Biden. As y'all know, Biden got indicted today. He's got indicted. But the deep state, they talking about taking out both Trump and Biden. Trying to push Nikki Haley, but y'all see Nikki Haley got destroyed by Vickaswamy. Vickaswamy at the last debate. I've been seeing clips of that. Nikki Haley. Let me say something to Nikki Haley, who they put their money behind. Nikki Haley, Vickaswamy destroyed you, but all you had to do was watch the arena. He said you can't even name three provinces. Well, as y'all know in the arena here, I've been talking about the Ukrainian provinces: Luhansk, Donetsk, Crimea, and Zaporozhye. That's four. I gave you a damn bonus. And Nikki Haley couldn't even name three. It just shows you what type of hack she is, what type of political hack she is. And Vickaswamy exposed that. He exposed Nikki Haley for not knowing that shit. He exposed Krispy Kreme Krispy for not knowing that. I mean, he destroyed. He utterly destroyed Nikki Haley, Krispy Kreme Christie, and goddamn Ron DeSantis. He destroyed them all. He said none of y'all ain't getting a presidency. If I'm not going to win, y'all not going to win. So I'm a voter. I'm gonna vote for. I mean, yeah, you can waste your vote. Hey, but Chris, at least you're not being a dumbass like the Koch brothers. They're giving her all this money. She ain't gonna win shit. She's done. But again, she can't even name three. She wants us to go support Ukraine. The only two people that's on this Ukraine shit is Biden and Nikki Haley, who wants to keep this whole Ukraine thing going. But she can't even name three provinces. She can't even name three provinces. Why don't you, Chris, tell Nikki Haley to watch this show so she can get an education on the provinces that are being fought for? Like I said, Luhansk, Donetsk, Crimea, and Zaporozhye. Oh, and they took Bakhmut also. That's another region, Bakhmut. That's a city, province. Anywho, Nikki Haley couldn't name none of them. That's a damn shame, but that's you say, I'll vote for her. I may vote for her. Okay. Like I said, I'm not here to I respect your vote, Chris. I don't, but I mean he's entitled to it. I think Chris is making a dumbass mistake voting for Nikki Haley. Like she don't have a chance. She's like 40 points behind, but I get it. Some people, y'all get on here and y'all be like, oh, I don't get it, but it's a waste of a vote. But yeah, you can waste your vote. You have that right. You are entitled and you have that utter right to waste your vote as you see fit. You're entitled to that. Nobody should take your right to vote away, even if you're voting for somebody who is a complete waste like Nikki Haley, Nikki Warhawk Haley. I get it. So yeah, let me put this invite down just in case somebody wants to. Hold on. Just in case somebody wants to. Drop the link. Oh, here I go. Yeah. Yep. Here I go. Here I go. Okay, we got a special guest tonight because one of the articles, like I said, I'm combining all. Okay, we got Yang on. The next article, like I said, this one's for Yanga because he's our resident Muslim, and y'all know Yanga. He not only he knows his politics, and Yanga, he travels from here to Atlanta to he's from Cleveland, so he's very well informed of the Islamic community up north, and so I wanted to get Yanga's take on this whole godly. Yanga's it's you can either hit this link or you can hit you can hit that one right there, Yang. Okay, there's Yanga right there, man. What's going on, Yanga? What's going on?
Peace. What's good, man? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, brother. Yes, sir.
It's good, man.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, man. Okay, that's what's up. Let me try to get my phone set up.
Okay. Man, man. We want to welcome
Yeah,
Yanga back
I
to
can
the
hear you.
arena. Huh?
I said, go ahead. I'm with you. I can hear you.
Well, we're not gonna do a Islamic show without having Yanga boy. Boy, get on my case without that. Shoot.
Don't don't make me the Islamic expert, but I can add my opinion. You understand?
Well, it's funny when you say Islamic expert because you've been to Dearborn.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, and as you know, you're Muslim,
yeah.
so you're very tapped in. You know about that community.
Hmm.
Okay, so I don't know if you got a chance to read this article, Yanga. I'm gonna read this article just real quick.
Okay.
You don't mind, brother? Okay, so let me bring this up. Then I had to bring up Al Jazeera's, man, because they're out of Dubai, but I wanted
Hmm.
like a Muslim prop,
That's a
I
pretty.
want
That's a. I would say Al Jazeera's is a solid source. I
okay,
would say
okay,
it's
good,
substantial. You
okay,
know.
good deal, good deal. Yeah, I wanted to try to make it as um balanced as possible. I'm gonna just leave it at that, brother. Okay, so real quick, this let me blow this up. I know you're on your phone, Yanga, so I'm gonna blow this up and I'm gonna read it real quick. Now you did see the video, right?
No, I didn't get an opportunity to see the video. What I did though was check out. I caught a few articles, did some reading, talked to a
Okay,
few people about it. Right.
okay, bet that. Okay, so this is about, okay, so this is about Al Jazeera. It says U.S. Muslims pledged to ditch Biden in 2024 over his stance on Israel-Gaza war.
Mm-hmm.
Then it says, let's scroll down here. It says Muslim. Oh shit, hold on. Oh shit. Give me a second. Okay, it says Muslim American legal in several pivotal states. That they talking swing states now. Pledge on Saturday to rally their communities against President Joe Biden bid for re-election due to his steadfast backing of Israel's war in Gaza.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's the
Mm-hmm.
hashtag Abandon Biden campaign began with Minnesota Muslim Americans demanded Biden call for a ceasefire by October 31st and has spread to Michigan, Arizona, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Florida. Damn, they deep, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Especially in those right, especially in those states.
Yes, sir. Man,
Mm-hmm.
they're deep. Yeah, those are all swing states I just named.
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin,
Mm-hmm.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, those are detrimental states right there.
Especially in those, and it's crazy because a lot of those people, and what they're doing is not just what's interesting. It's Muslim and Arab Americans.
Yes.
I don't think that's to be missed. And what you see is an exercise of religion acting in a social, political arena.
Right.
You know, one of the reasons they were strong in those states and they get along in those states is because the religion is very conservative, so they can get along with conservative neighbors.
But wait a minute, if they're conservative, why they voting Democrat?
Because at the same time, the principles are liberal. That's the farce of America's two political party system, or two major political parties. There's other parties, just like the spokesman goes on to say. I don't know if it's in that article. They begin to ask him, so does that mean uh, essentially the Muslim or the Arab Americans are supporting Trump? And he said, no, those are, though those may be the two major parties, Democrat and Republican, those are not the only people running. You got
That's right.
Cornel West, you got Jill Stein with the Green Party. So he was saying that it doesn't automatically mean that they're endorsing Trump.
Right, right. Got you. Um, and it's funny you mentioned that because I think you forgot to mention RFK too. He's also an independent. Also,
Yeah.
my thing is this, man, because I'm did my research, man, and it seemed like it seemed like the Muslim and black vote put him over. And without that, that's he can't win.
I would say that. I would say I'd be in agreement with you with that. In fact, I think that they know that. They are so confident. I saw the video of the statement. I believe the cat's name is Jelani Hassan
Okay,
or something like that.
right.
And I may be mistaken. It's something like that. I don't have it in front of me. But I saw the video they put out, and they seem pretty confident
They
that
did.
Biden will not, you know, they seem pretty damn adamant. It was like the election results were already in. They was like, we for real talk, it was like we're here to inform you Biden will not win. I was
Yeah,
like, damn.
yeah. They said he will not be the president. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he will not. It's like, damn,
Yeah,
he will
yeah,
not be the president. So I think that they are aware. And in fact, he even says it. He flexes their economic and political muscle. He says we have the money and we have the political influence.
that's right.
And I wouldn't disagree. If those other cities are anything like Dearborn, I can see Minnesota because
Right,
Minnesota has a very large Muslim population, not just an Arab American, but it also has a large Somali
right. Oh yeah,
population
right,
in Minnesota. So you have a large Islamic. So these places, their name in Florida has a very large Muslim population, not just Arab American, but Muslim. And then when you, like you said, tally in already the disgruntled black people that aren't looking at it from any perspective, just, like shit. How does it benefit me as a person here in this state, in this so-called nation?
right,
So you got those people already disgruntled with Biden, but now you got the people that were apolitical, the religious people that probably didn't vote in any election prior to this. But
right.
the Israel Palestinian conflict is such a hotbed, and this call to political jihad, because this is what this is,
Yes, sir.
a political struggle. Jihad means to struggle uh, against something that is negative. So this call for Muslims to, especially in a so-called democratic country where you're not going to pick up a gun, you're not going to, if you're smart, you're not going to strap any explosives to yourself if you have any common sense, but you're going to exercise your political muscle and your economic muscle, especially if it's tied to your belief that it's in the service of God.
Right.
So people who were apolitical before probably will actually come out and vote because the imam said come out to vote. I mean, that's a reality amongst black people.
Right, right,
If
right.
Reverend Hoop and Holler say, yeah, we voting for, it's the same difference to my Muslim brothers, no disrespect. But if the Imam get in there saying, Alhamdulillah, Biden is an enemy to Islam, we are voting. We are voting full on. They're going to go vote full on, full on.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
well, yeah. That I mean,
yeah,
that's a very tight coalition. I mean, that you talk about every swing state, every.
yeah,
And it was another article. It didn't say it in Al Jazeera's, but they even mentioned Georgia. That's why I was like, man, let me call Yanga. I was
yeah,
like, what?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would not surprise me. I mean, this is a hotbed. The
right,
issue is a hot issue. So it has the Muslims scared. It already has the world, stirring. But the more people that jump on this, and when I say people, the more people with solid bases, with a foundation that actually speak like these brothers like CARE, the Council of Islamic and American Relations.
right,
Uh, this brother that is the president of that. When you're talking about institutions getting behind flexing economic and political muscle, then you really talking about making a foreign change. I said all that to basically say, it's rap. It is a rap for Biden.
right, right. I knew. Right. I knew when I got that news to you. I knew you were going. That was going to be the conclusion that you came up
Yeah,
with.
yeah,
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 especially when they said Muslim American Muslims in every swing state. I said, oh yeah, Yanga.
yeah,
I got to get Yanga to say.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that man. Listen, what can you say? That I went. I was like, okay, let me do some little research. I didn't have. I had other things pop up
Right, right,
that were urgent. So I said, okay, but I'm gonna try to do something. And everything that popped out was screaming just, we are absolutely against Biden. Hashtag abandon Biden.
Dang.
And when you go, yeah, everything that pops out, your first click, if you disgruntled Muslim with foreign affairs relations, Muslims in Biden, Muslims in Trump. I mean, everything pops out. Hashtag Biden. They're doing their social media campaign is awesome. Let me just say that.
Oh, damn. It's that deep, nigga?
Oh man, oh
Shit.
man. When you looking up anything, it is about uh, how disgruntled, how dissatisfied they are with Biden's position and the actions that they're going to take. I mean, they're doing a fantastic job with the social media campaign. Fantastic.
Uh-oh, wait. Let me see what MD says. Shout out to MD. He said
Shout out.
Arabs have no political power federally. They're smart to create strongholds where they are only 5% of population. What do you say to
Yeah,
that, yeah?
yeah, yeah. 5%. They're only 5%. They were only 5% of that. I forgot how much it got. Biden got over in those states like
It was only like,
Minnesota and shit. But they
it
were
was,
right.
yeah, it was slight.
They are slight, but they are solid. But when you look at that 5%, especially in swing states, they're solid
That's right.
5%. You know what I'm saying? You can like the other percentage you make and break them. They may go this way. They may go. When you got that 5%, you got them. And and like I said, they're very confident of how solidified they are as a base, and when they roll, their constituency, their people rolling with them. I mean, they like, we ain't even worried about that.
Okay, so MD said he's being technical. He said not five, but point 0.5. But he's still, I mean, what do you say that, Yang?
Yeah, yeah, because it was only, I think it was 2 point something percent. So they 0.5. Yeah, because it was only shit. He's only got it by like 2%.
Right.
So I mean that 0.5 is strong. What I mean is it's a solid point. I'd have to look up who has a stronger point in the percentage, or who has a stronger percentage itself.
Mm,
And when you talk about, that's why I say they were very smart, not just to say the Arab Americans. You know what I'm
right.
saying? They're calling the Muslim and Arab Americans. We'd have to look up the demographic of the Muslims. What's the demographic of the Muslims in those states?
Well, I believe they're higher in Michigan, aren't they? Don't they
Yeah, when
dominate?
you look at them, because of the Arab influence and because of the economic muscle, they employed people, and through the employment, they proselytize, they taught the religion, the whole thing. Nothing that changed from the method they used in times before. So what ends up happening, like I said, in Minnesota, they're very small percent. That might be even what he's talking about, that 0.5. But
Okay.
Minnesota is home to the largest Somali population.
Oh, that's right. That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So that's another, what point of the percentage do they make? And when you have these Islamic uh epicenters, when you have these Islamic nucleuses, then you look at the general Muslim body and population that sprouts up around them. Like, you have the Arab, you have the Somali, then you start having the African American, you start having these people. This because Muslims start gravitating to where other Muslims are. So what is the percentage of Muslims in that state? I think that would give more of a accurate portrayal, or accurate, closer to an accurate reading.
And not only that, Yanga, because I know when the MD's saying, okay, they only make up 2.5 in Michigan and all that, each state adds up. So you're talking about, I mean, you're talking about a big pool there. You're talking about, like I
Yeah,
said, you're talking about a large coalition. And like you
yeah.
said, not only Muslims, but Arabs. Like you said, Somalians, you got a handful of black people that are Muslims, you know what I'm saying, here and there.
Hmm.
So it's like, yeah, I don't know that Biden needs every damn vote and
Everyone.
everyone.
That's why I said, that's why I believe they're flexing their muscle. They
Yep,
know he needs every penny,
right,
everyone.
right,
and
right.
and that point, and they know that 0.5 which I believe will actually end up being a little higher
Right. Yeah,
when
I do
it's
too.
all said. I mean, as far as participation, if we look at, like we said, generality, the whole Muslim thing, and not just the Arab American, I don't think that should be missed. I think that that's going to be a key factor.
Okay, well, hold on, Yanga. We got a MD that joined us.
What's up, good buddy?
Oh, I think he's on the road. Yeah, okay, he's having mic issues, but yeah, man, like we were saying, man, it adds up. It adds up. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, yeah, you hear me?
yeah, yeah, we can
Yeah.
Yeah,
hear
I
you.
had to
What's
turn
going on,
the
man?
mic on. Hey, what's going on? So, what I was saying was this: yes, they got every right, and they should, based on what's going on in Palestine, to hold a political position. What I'm saying is that political position, when it comes to a federal impact, is of no impact. We talking about Arab. I'm not saying Muslim. I get your point, Yanga, but I'm talking about the Arab population, which is only 0.5% of the entire nation. In Michigan, it's the highest at 2.5. What I'm saying is Arab communities do better placing political strongholds like they do in Dearborn and other places to affect change in the community. Take this into consideration as well. Abandoning Biden ain't gonna do much if the Democrats flip the House, which all Congress seats is up for 2024. Don't nobody talk about that. All 300 something Congress seats are up for election in 2024. What does it matter if you abandon Biden and the Democrats get majority in the Congress? What does it matter?
I don't even
Same
think they're gonna.
policy.
You think they're gonna get the majority?
George Santos just lost his seat, and it's already projecting there's going to be a Democrat in that seat.
Hmm.
They said it was supposed to be a red wave in 2022. What happened? So what I'm saying is, all this sound good from a perspective of a federal mandate, but it don't mean nothing if you're not taking care of home, so to speak.
Hmm.
That's why all this goes back to what are you doing in your own perspective, local government and state government, to make sure that it's an impact on your community directly. Biden can't do nothing about that. As a matter of fact, with the rhetoric that the Arabs is taking in the position, again, if we're talking about an overall basis of how the outlook of the U.S. government, don't throw red and blue out the window. It's pro-Israel, heavily pro-Israel. So who you gonna vote for?
Yeah. I mean,
So
and
so we got to look at this
it's
type of
not.
stuff when we
I
go
don't
ahead.
think, even if they're looking realistically, I don't know if they even believe that their voting for someone else will affect the change. You got some people out there that are not pro-Israel, but like you said, they're not big ticket. They're not hot items. Cornel West, always, that's always going to be the first one jumps to mind. Is not pro-Israel. Uh, However, I think it's just about showing, really just flexing a muscle at this point, showing Biden that they're not
As
going to
they
be.
should. They got the power to do so in their own
Yeah.
community because they got influence in their community. The
Hmm.
Arabs got big influence in Michigan.
Yeah.
Therefore they can, like you said, they can flex muscles and try to garner an influence, but from a federal aspect, because their numbers is so low, politically, they don't move nothing as far as voting power go. What I'm saying is this: this will be, and I already done projected this. This will be one of the lowest voting turnout elections that we have seen in recent memory, based on the fact that Biden is doing such a horrible job articulating certain policies to his own base, to the point where they're not going to flip. They just ain't going to vote. I guarantee
Mhm.
you, the Arabs in Michigan, they not pushing a position to. They may be trying to court a position toward the Republicans, but we'll see how far they get with that. The black folks
Yeah.
in Chicago, they may be trying to court a Republican position, but we'll see how far they get with that. It's gonna get to a point where they just gonna say fuck it. From a federal aspect, I'm not gonna vote, and it's gonna be a low turnout, and that's what's gonna win Trump 2024. Not an aspiration of Americans banding together. Everybody just saying fuck it. I'm to the point where I'm gonna say fuck it. It's gonna be low turnout. Point blank. Period.
Okay.
The progressive voters is not trying to hear what Biden talking about right now.
Yeah.
They just ain't.
Yeah. Man, okay. Well, look, sir, you got a first. You got an exclusive. You you can say you heard it here first. So you predicting them to be the lowest turnout in voting history.
In I ain't saying I won't say voting history, but in recent memory. Yeah.
The recent, okay.
So we gonna go from the highest voter turnout in 2020 to the lowest in 2024.
I mean, you know, what can you say on that? That's a drop the mic.
I mean, I would disagree with that because you got a lot of people, especially black people in Chicago, because you just mentioned Chicago, that are really upset about the whole migrant situation. And so I think that's really motivating them to really come out against Biden, per se. They said, I played a video where the people in Chicago, because if you know Illinois, it's surrounded by red state. You just got that center block that's blue that makes Chicago blue. And if you got them talking about we willing to talk to Biden, not Biden, Trump, then I see goddamn Trump flipping a state like Chicago, a blue state. So that's my take.
Who made Chicago blue?
That city you talking about? Just that city?
I'm talking about the city of Chicago. Who made that blue?
I would say black people.
Okay, so they looking to speak to Trump based on something that they did.
Well, based on something that Biden did, they don't look at it that way.
But Biden didn't send migrants to Chicago.
Biden had but again, he had an open border policy. That's all they looking at. They looking at a quick solution, MD.
Again, Biden did send migrants to Chicago.
Well, that's not what they
the man who they voted for allowed migrants in Chicago. They voted for that.
I tell you what, did you see the video? Because I'll play the video for you.
I saw the video.
Oh, okay. And they said that the guy called out Trump, didn't he?
I don't care who he called out. I'm telling you what's the basis behind the issue with Chicago.
Trump, the people, they hey, you know how they do, Yango, when a guy be like, yeah, we want this, and the guy be in the background, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, we gonna vote for Trump and Trump 2024. That's what they kept doing. So I hear what MD
I don't have no issue with that. But that's not that's not the baseline of my argument. The baseline of my argument is since 1985, they've been festering this issue. This ain't nothing new. Biden didn't come up with this. This has been a continuous situation.
MD, you would have to go. Hey, what's going on, Kelly? You would have to go to Chicago and take that up with them because arguing on the arena about that, you're really kind of pissing them in the wind right now.
Well, I mean that's called talking politics. I mean all politics is pissing in the wind.
Right.
I'm just pointing out a situation.
And what I'm telling you is the people of Chicago, they not only called out Biden, they called out the whole Democratic Party. They like, we tired of these goddamn migrants. We're willing to goddamn talk to goddamn Trump because this is some bullshit. So I hear what you're saying, but that's not
again. It's a hamster wheel mentality. They willing to talk to Trump based on the decisions that they made.
The fact that
it don't make sense.
Do they have the power to flip Chicago red? That's a yes or no.
They got the power to do anything because they're the biggest voting bloc. They can do whatever they want.
That was my point. That's all my point is.
And I wasn't arguing that. I was arguing it's their fault that the situation that they in. That's all I said. It's their fault.
So you're saying that, okay, well, I somewhat agree with you, and then at the same time, I somewhat don't agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
So you don't agree. So you don't agree that they made the ultimate decision to vote in the state and local government that allowed sanctuary city status. You don't agree with that?
I agree with that part. I agree with that part, indeed.
Well, you should also agree with the fact that it don't make any sense to try to now court Trump based on something that had nothing to do with him.
Well, again, you would have to take that.
I get the point. The baseline is the border being closed or open. I understand that.
Right.
But regardless of if it's open or not, the local leadership in Chicago has every right to allow or to prohibit migrants from coming into their city. The black people in Chicago voted to allow migrants to come into their city. How do I know that? Because it went from Lori Lightfoot, who put the legislation in place, then they turned around after her term, voted Brandon Johnson, who was running based off sanctuary city status. But because it wasn't affecting Negroes at the time, you know how niggas is. They ain't got nothing to do with me until it got something to do with you. And now it's time to cry.
Okay, I'll tell you what, because I want to kind of stick to the topic. Did Muslims vote for the extermination of Palestinians?
I would argue Muslims didn't vote for any policy because that's not their forte. Their forte ain't based on policy, it's based on economic. Niggas can learn a lot from them, if you ask me.
You agree with that, Yanga?
When you talk about did they vote for what their policies are based on?
Yeah, he's saying strictly economics, and I'm like, I don't know about that because they would be voting Republican if that was the case.
And I mean that's a fallacy anyway because didn't nobody know that this was gonna happen. So I can't sit here and say that they voted for.
You know that these sanctuary cities were gonna happen, MD. So,
yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
No, they did, bro. Come on now. They not the way them people in Chicago were talking, man. They were like, hell no, we were we didn't vote for this shit. We didn't vote for the Pee Wee League getting kicked out of the gymnasium. We didn't vote for goddamn homeless people, goddamn migrants getting ahead of us on Thanksgiving and they getting turkeys and we not. No, they don't think they agree with that. No.
Well, if that's what you think, I would
That's what I saw.
I would refer you to Brandon Johnson's original campaign on what he ran on, and then you can determine that for yourself because he did run on sanctuary city status was a huge part of his campaign. Huge part.
Well, not only is and I agree with you because now he's doubling down on it, and now they want him gone.
Well, again, they should have thought about that before they voted for him.
Well, they're making the same threat that the Islamic community is making. They want to ditch Biden also. You know, and I was gonna have E come on the show. I sent him an invite, but
they should have thought about that before they voted for Governor Pritzker. Hell, Governor Pritzker want to make migrants police officers. They voted for that too.
Oh wow. So you're saying?
I mean, I've been so out of. I feel like a fish out of water, man. I really have been so out of touch that, man, I'm like have to be mute. But man, this is really just like, damn, boy, I got to get back into it.
No, it's all good. You know, me myself. You know, I've been like that as well. But like I said, you know, when it comes to the situation, now I'm talking specifically about Chicago, not the Arab situation, because I totally get the Arab situation, but I also understand that switching or aligning with the other wing of the party.
I didn't say no. I didn't say that Muslims were switching to Trump.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I don't think.
Well, okay, cool. Because me personally, I don't think that they vote is significant enough to make any change anyway. So that's my position with them.
They can swing a swing state. They can swing a swing state.
2.5% can't swing Michigan. I'm sorry, it can't. I don't care. I don't care if every Muslim, I mean every Arab vote red. It's like a pen. They don't have enough. They don't have enough of a block to make any change. Now that don't take away. Go ahead, gang.
Yeah, I think that I don't know their strategy. I would think that the strategy would be because you don't have enough. Like I think he was adamant about saying that we're not. This doesn't mean we're endorsing or supporting Trump. I think what they're showing the Democratic Party is we'll take part of your fight. This thing is going to be so tooth and nail. It's going to be so, close that we will take part of your fight that you won't win it. We'll make you succeed.
I agree with that. And that's why I said that the progressive vote is not going to be behind Biden this time. And he going to see it and he going to feel the hurt.
Right.
So that's why I say I don't take a position that anybody, not even the people in Chicago, because I think they just reactionary at this point. Even those people, you're going to see such a low turnout from a progressive standpoint on Biden's end that, like you said, that's going to be the determining factor.
Yep.
If I'm gonna take what those people in Chicago say serious, I'm gonna have to see it on the local end. Until I see it on the local end, I don't take them serious. I'm gonna just keep it like that.
No, MD, they were talking local. They said they said they're done with the whole Democratic Party, locally, federally, and state. They said all that. He said because this shit is unnecessary. This whole is out of hand. They said that.
Well, like I said, I gotta see it first. I gotta see it first. I got to see it first.
Okay,
yeah, the Democratic Party. It's.
No, not the video. I'm talking about them. I got to see. They got to put their money. They got to get. They got to put their money where they mouth at.
I got you.
Other than that, I don't take them serious. How many times have we heard this record before from black folk anywhere?
No, I've never heard it to this degree, MD. I'm being honest with you, brother. I've never heard it to this degree. I've never heard it with this type of fervor, this type of enthusiasm. I've never this type of anger. I've never heard it on this level, and that's why I wanted Yanga and E because the same type of fervor the black people have is the same type of fervor the Muslims have. And then not to mention the other communities, the Hispanic community that don't want the migrants and the goddamn Asian community that don't want the migrants. We just talking blacks and Muslims. That's all we're talking tonight. I didn't even throw in the Hispanics and the Asian community that's saying, look, we tired of this shit. And I know you're not going to say the Hispanic community is not insignificant. They're a large voting bloc.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say they're insignificant, but I also will say that they split.
Yeah, they're split. I give you.
I've already had this conversation with you.
Right. But what I'm saying is that even if you're split, human beings are upset that you have illegal human beings sitting out in front of their residencies, their parks, and taking away their resources. At the end of the day, they're mad about that. They are upset.
As they should be.
And I got to ask you,
but what all I'm saying is this was preventative. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
this was very preventative.
I don't disagree with that. But what I'm saying is that Chicago, we're talking about the heart of Chicago now. These migrants are in the heart of Chicago. They hit the area, the only area that's blue. Chicago, the outer counties are all red. You do know that, right? I didn't know that.
I know Chicago. I know Chicagoland area. I know that.
Okay, so you know when you look at the whole red and blue paradigm, it's just one blue dot in the middle of a whole red sea.
I mean, not really, but because it's a Democratic governor at the end of the day. So, I mean, yeah, it is a lot of red, but you're talking about high-end money, like in places like Schaumburg, and so yeah, you got Republican strongholds around the Chicagoland area, yeah. But Illinois as a whole is predominantly blue. Predominantly
within the city, but not the surrounding counties.
No, not within the city. It's a lot. I'm talking about all the counties put together. Illinois is predominantly blue.
The map I saw, it wasn't. I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Okay.
I don't know when the last time you checked it, MD, but yeah, it's looking solid red surrounding that just that one main city.
Oh, damn, it's double muted. In Illinois, you got places like not only Chicago, you got Champaign. You got Cook County. Well, Cook County red or blue? I think Cook County blue too.
Cook County's blue. Yeah, it's blue.
Not Cook County, but Lake County. I'm sorry, Lake County. I wish he was here. Um you got the southern tip metropolis, all that area, Illinois. All that stuff is blue. And also take consideration the demographic and the populace. In a lot of these red counties in Illinois, it's like 1,000 people living there.
No, I got you. I got you. No, I understand. That's why I said Chicago. Their central is the majority. I get that. But if you got all these migrants all going to the center, then we're going to be some upset people, and they're liable to flip.
Yeah, you got Peoria and all these places. Like these places is blue, and these is where people live at. So that's why I say predominantly blue, because the populace is predominantly Democratic. I can't take into account old McDonald's somewhere in Bumfuck, Illinois. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Okay. Chade said, "Oh, this was a good one, Chade." So MD Chade says, "Reactionary. What if they turn Illinois red at the local and state and federal levels?" Yeah, that's a good one.
Then that's what I said. Then I take them serious. When they put their money where their mouth is at, then I will take them serious. But I can't take them serious if they're talking about trickle down politics. I'm talking about from the local level. If that's what they choose to do, cool. I respect it. Until then, I don't.
Yeah, that's what I said, Che. I said outside of Chicago metropolitan is red. I said that, Che. Yeah, I said that. But MD saying that they have smaller populations. Okay, I get that. But again, when you got these migrants, they whoever and I hear what you're saying, MD. They strategically put these goddamn migrants in deep blue sectors of these cities. Would you not agree with that?
Yeah, because they deep blue. I mean, I totally agree with that. But that's what they voted for. I keep going back to that. I mean, I can't say it no other way.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, Che. No, we saying the same thing, Che. Man, I'm thinking we're saying the same thing, Che. I was just reiterating your point with MD, but Che said he'll join us in a little bit. He's on his way to China's house. So you're saying, okay, so I hear what you're saying. You're saying with black folks, they got to prove that shit. But every other community, they have the same sentiment. You know, the Hispanics, but you said they mix. The Asians, everybody who's living in these communities are having that same sentiment. Like, what the hell's going on with these migrants?
Yeah, but it's only us that's speaking up about it.
No,
when we get directly affected.
No, sir. No, sir.
What do you mean, no, sir?
Meaning the Hispanics are complaining about it too. It's sort of the goddamn.
But listen what I said again, Black Son.
Okay.
We complain about it only until it affects us. That don't take away from what the Hispanics, hell, what the white. Look at all the town hall meetings that they had in Chicago. It ain't just black folks. It's been a multitude of communities.
Right.
What I'm telling you is we didn't show up until it affected us.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I agree.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why I don't take them seriously until they start showing me that they politically adept enough to do the right thing. Until that, I ain't with it.
MD, you can make the same argument for the Hispanic, Muslim, and Asian community. Like
about what?
About these migrants affecting their neighborhoods because they're not. There's only so many people that can put in a black neighborhood. Where you think they're gonna go after that? Where do you think they spilling over to? And then not only are they spilling over to the resources, the jobs, yeah, it's affecting not just black people in Chicago, it's affecting Asians in Chicago, Hispanics in Chicago, and the Muslims and Arabs in Chicago. And that's why we're
So
doing a show tonight on the Arabs, because the Arabs are saying, yo, wait, hold up. The Muslims are saying, wait, hold up now. Wait up. You know what I'm saying? So I
so
don't know.
so on another show I was involved with, it was a link put in with a video not involving Chicago, but involving a town hall with Governor Pritzker
Yeah,
2 years ago, talking about this very same thing that we talking about now.
right.
This ain't nothing new. Again, I gotta reiterate that because people gotta understand this is not nothing new. It was a town hall that was done by Governor Pritzker talking about this situation. I didn't see these community leaders in Chicago at that town hall meeting in Springfield talking about what direction we should take involving the sanctuary city status of these places. This one, the buses start getting filled up, and Greg Abbott them start sending them. They've been sending migrants since Lori Lightfoot was here.
No, no, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
So what I'm telling you is, once the glass went past half full, niggas start feeling the effects of it. Now they want to speak out.
Okay, you know what?
I mean,
I tell you what, MD, I agree with you. I agree with you, right? Because Lori Lightfoot, you're right. You did point that out, but you're not going to see the effects until now. This guy. So, like you said, with the jobs, with the goddamn food stamps, with the resources, with like I said, they're kicking them, Pee Wee out of the damn auditorium. So now you're seeing the effect. So would you agree that maybe it didn't happen right away? But like you just said, until it affects us, then everybody want to jump up and say, oh, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Now it's getting cold. It's wintertime setting in.
and to me, therein lies the problem. So I agree with everything you just said, but that's the issue. The issue is you had ample opportunity to stop this shit and you didn't do it. When he was on here, he corrected me on the dude that was running for mayor that was against sanctuary cities and was going to pull the plug on everything. They didn't vote for him.
Right.
A white guy, by the way.
Okay, right. Because, well, somehow, I'm going to say this, MD. Somehow, I think they were convinced that going against the guy would be racist. I don't know. You know what? I can't read their minds, brother. I can't do that. All I know, and you're saying is reactionary. Okay, it's reactionary. But the fact of the matter is that you have people upset and they are looking at the Democratic Party. Is it reactionary? Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that because everything is a reaction. Like I said, the kids being kicked out, homeless people can't get resources, veterans can't get resources. Crime. We haven't even talked about the crime, MD. You talked about the crime. You talked about it in New York. We haven't even talked about the crime and how the statistics are going up. With I think they said from either Honduras or what's that other?
It's Venezuelans in Chicago. That's the main demographic that they're sending up there is Venezuela.
Okay, so I haven't even mentioned the crime rate. You've actually done that in a whole nother city, being New York, and you talked about the crime rate, how that's going down, and where crime was happening, where they were staying even in the hotel. So you mentioned that. So again, these people, when the new mayor comes in and all that and saying, oh, the migrant, they're not going to see the crime until they come in and actually start committing the crime. So it takes, once the seed is planted, then things are going to start happening. But it's not going, you know what I'm saying? So no, people are not thinking about that. They're not thinking about, the gangs that are coming, the people, women tricking and all that. They're not looking at all that. When people say, oh, we need to help the migrants. Oh, it's racist. Trump is so racist to close the border. They're not thinking about that until it gets here. But it's human nature to react that kind of stuff if you're not used to it, MD.
I agree. But again, it's also human nature to protect your own community. I'm just
Well,
saying.
Yeah, but you have to have a concept of the threat first before you can say, "Oh, I got to defend my community." If you don't,
So then that means that you then agree that they weren't politically astute enough to understand what was going on. That's what you just said. That's literally what you just said.
well, hey, better late than never, MD. Better late than never.
Okay. Okay.
I know what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Again, when they're reactionary, they're going to tie local, state, and federal Democrats all together. That's what they're doing. That's what I heard on the video in Chicago, and they necessarily now they did say they want to talk to Trump, but like the Muslims, they're weighing their options. The sister said, you know what? Um, we may not necessarily all agree on Trump because there's other options out there besides Biden. That's her exact words.
I can to that too. You know, a lot. When I say low turnout, I don't mean that just simply. A large majority of people are. Don't get it twisted. They just not gonna vote. You also got to take into consideration the third party candidates. They
Right.
will get a large majority of that vote. But that ain't doing Biden no good, is what I'm saying. Hell, that ain't doing either one. I'm not gonna sit here and say that is tit for tat. It ain't doing nobody no good from a third party aspect if that's who they're gonna go for, unless you plan on putting in a third party candidate. Now, I will say when it comes to like RFK and Cornell and you know the person that I'm voting for in the primary is Marianne Williamson.
All them are to the left. So I don't think
I
it's a
I mean I wouldn't put Marianne Williamson or RFK in the same boat with Biden
no. I
policy
wouldn't.
wise. So
No.
so
In fact,
and that's another thing.
they're
You
to the
can't sit
right
here
now.
and say that you're done with the Democratic Party based on a policy that's not representative of the Democratic Party in totality. You can't do that. You can't do that at all because because the
Wait.
position.
I got to stop you right there. You saying totality? First of all, you got some rhinos that are down with the open border policy. I ain't even mentioned that. So what do you mean by that? Because you got
Well, you just said what I mean. You can't put that policy in totality with Democratic Party based on the fact that there's different opinions on with certain candidates and also that Republicans garner that same effect.
okay. So
So
Mary,
you just seconded my point.
so the one you so the you her name's Marianne Wills will the ones for reparation. Marianne Wilson.
Right.
I'm assuming she's against open border policy.
Well, she's against run of the mill asylum status. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Uh,
She said the asylum system in America is broken.
okay, okay, fair enough. Well, we know Kennedy.
Hell, even damn, who was that the other night that said that? Was it Christie?
That
Well,
was
one of the people on the debate stage even said that the immigration system in America is broken.
I didn't
I
watch.
forget who it was. I forget who it was.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, we need to do another show on that one too. We definitely, me and you need to get some articles together. You need to shoot me some so we could talk about Vivek Swamy, how he destroyed Nikki Haley and goddamn Krispy Kreme and DeSantis all at the same time. But we'll say that for another.
If that's what you got out of that, cool. I can't. I ain't gonna argue it, man.
Well, he killed Nikki Haley when he asked Nikki Haley, name 3 provinces. Now y'all know when I do the arena, I'm constantly talking about Luhansk, Donetsk, Crimea. We made a whole movie about goddamn Bakhmut. And you mean to tell me Nikki Haley, who is a former international whatever the fuck she was, couldn't name those damn regions? Are you serious? Nikki Haley, you need to come to the arena. You need to tell Nikki Haley she need to come to the arena so she can start getting educated. That we've been talking about that nonstop, or at least I have. Oh yeah, by the way, Putin is running for president, y'all. Putin 2024. Since you're here, MD, what's your take on that?
I really got much of a take. I mean, There ain't no term limits in Russia. So hell, what you want me to say?
I mean, you had a lot to say when I said that Moscow determined Prigozhin's death by a grenade, and you got all over that. So
And I stand on it.
and you still owe us a show to show us the physics of how that happened.
The physics of how a grenade blow up in an air cabin and the tail of the plane blow up.
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying. You said you were going to do a show, so I don't know. I mean, it sounds good, but again, that's what Moscow's report is, and we want to hear your expertise because apparently maybe they need to hire you over in Moscow, be a bomb analyst or something.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying because you got all over me on the official report, and that was Moscow. Hey, I don't jump on me about that. Hey, that's what they said.
I didn't jump on you. I
You
just
said
called bullshit on it.
Black Sun, right? You said Black Sun. How the hell you gonna get up here and talk about how Prigozhin and them goddamn? Never mind. I ain't gonna even get into it. But y'all, Anywho, shame on Nikki Haley for not knowing the three provinces. You want to send people over there, send the money over there, but you don't even know the goddamn regions. Man, Swami tore her up on that. It's
Okay, I
called
got you.
Luhansk, Donetsk, Crimea. Those are three. Nikki Haley, I'll give you two bonuses, Zaporozhye and Bakhmut. I just gave you two extras, Nikki Haley. But if you would have been attending the arena, you would have been able to answer that question. That's why Vivek Swami tore your ass up. Had you looking crazy.
I don't think Bakhmut is a region. I think it's just a city. I think matter of fact, I think it's a city in the Zaporozhye
But
region.
it's a territory, though. He said
I mean,
name
it's
three territories in the
I'm
Donbass. And she was unable to do it. She was looking crazy.
okay. I'll take Nikki Haley over Vivek Trump any day. But hey, that's just me.
Okay, yeah. Send your sons off to World War III.
But
Okay.
I ain't. I mean, hell, all of them are gonna send us off the way. It don't matter who you choose.
I doubt it. I doubt Trump gonna send us off to World War III. I
Okay.
stand by
Well,
that.
I
I
I
stand
guess
by
I
that
guess
too.
that
And it's shame like Yanga left because Yanga was the one that said, "Oh, Trump gonna lead us into World War III." But when Trump got in office, they swore up and down that Kim Jong Un and Trump were gonna go at it. And
Well,
Trump
I mean
still,
that was a Democratic talking point. Everybody knew that. The meeting was already set and it was already explained what the meeting was. It wasn't no reason to think that.
just like
But
how
but
Trump is already talking about how he wants to meet with Putin and Zelensky and get this thing ended.
again, I'm longing for the day because it need to stop. But he got to get in office to do that. I'm not gonna do future narratives. I got to see it to believe it. That's me. But in any event, you talk about World War III. I mean, hell, I guess that's subjective because hell, you ask any of them, Iran is the target. How you gonna? I, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'd rather go to war with Iran than a war with China and Russia. Nikki Haley wants to go to war with Russia and China on top of Iran. I ain't got no problem going to war with Iran. But China on top of that, and Vivek Swami made a good point. Why would you goddamn lead goddamn Russia into the arms of China and have them both together, then go to war with them? That don't make no goddamn sense.
Well, I don't give a damn who you go to war with. As long as we domestically straight, it is what it is. I already know how the money is getting spent anyway,
Well, we
and
know it
that's not gonna
ain't.
never change.
We know it ain't being spent on our borders. We know that's for sure. Since we talk about,
Well, it can't be spent on our borders because military GDP don't work that way. So that's another lie that's being told hell by everybody. The package deal is the totality of the budget itself, not the military spending or the military funding. That's a lie that everybody told on that debate stage the other night, and I knew they was lying. But that's a narrative that they want to push toward the voter base because they don't understand how that shit works.
right. Yeah, that's right, Jesse. Christmas.
Anything on the board, on any money that's spent on the border, that's when you start talking about tax money. Military funding is something different. You can't tie the two together.
Well, I don't know if you watched the interview. I know this is spare of the moment. Check out the interview Tucker Carlson did with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Man, that shit was fire. Also, check out the one he did with Alex Jones. That was fire too. Shit, Tucker's on fire. I don't even know if you checked them out, but they're fire. Fire interviews. But Marjorie
Okay.
Taylor Greene, she called them all out. The ones that were keep trying to push the whole Ukraine narrative. Oh yeah, she called them all out. She called them all out, man. Shout out to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
When we get into conflicts, do we now this is hypothetically speaking, and I guess is look at it as a form of profit. When we get into any conflict, whether we funding it, whether we fighting it, do we make money or lose money?
The military industrial complex makes money. We as taxpayers lose money.
How do we as taxpayers lose money?
I would say we're losing money. Let me give you an example, like Ukraine. Like I don't know if we're gaining. Like we don't know where's that money going. Like where's that money going in Ukraine?
But that's not tax money.
That's not tax money.
No,
So how are all the military supplies funded if that's not tax money?
through the bond system,
And who funds the bond system?
the Federal Reserve,
Okay, and where does the Federal Reserve get their money?
at the printing machine.
Out of the printing machine. Okay, and when they print money out the printing machine, doesn't that cause inflation to our economy?
It caused inflation to our economy, but you said tax. I'm being specific.
Right. I know you're being specific, but I'm saying it all is tied together at the end of the day.
and and
We're the
and and,
ones
and
paying.
also no, it actually doesn't cause inflation because it goes toward the military budget. The military budget has no effect on domestic GDP. We talked about this before.
So then, are we making money?
The U.S. government is because they sell bonds
No.
and to increase GDP, and therefore they make money.
Okay. Okay. So they have a. Okay. So you just justify the reason why they want to keep this
No,
war going.
I didn't justify anything. I just gave a reason.
No, you gave a reason, but okay. I'm sorry. You didn't justify it, but you gave a reason why they're not stopping this war in Ukraine.
I gave a possible intention is what I did.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So So, based on what you said, the interest, in your opinion, would not be to end the war in Ukraine.
Of course not.
Gotcha.
Not a hell, and it wouldn't be a reason to end the war in Israel either.
Again, I ain't got no dog in the fight with the whole Israel Palestine, man. That's a whole, like I said, they you know
Yet
what?
you have a dog in the fight in Ukraine. Like what?
Because again, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say it again. And in fact, Marjorie Taylor Greene said it too. She said Israel is the 51st state. She said it. But again, you haven't
Again,
watched.
that's not telling me nothing, man. I mean, I don't
Okay.
want idioms. I want reasoning.
Well, again, fighting Putin. Well, I know you would probably sit up here and say, well, I mean, hell, fighting Iran is a lost cause. But I'm gonna stand by it. I'm gonna say fighting Russia over in Ukraine is a lost cause. But hey, what do I know? They're losing that war. They've been losing that war. But hey, what do I know?
Hey, that's what I said. I mean, if we gonna follow the laws of the Republican Party, Everything is a fight against barbarism and civilization. I mean, there's one. I mean, hell, I didn't make it up.
Right, right. I got you. No, 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 no. I've heard all the talking points and all that. And like I said, man, um, a lot of these, especially a lot of these Republican. That's why I keep saying I'm not a Republican. I support MAGA, but I don't support everybody who has an R by their name who has vested interest in. In fact, Marjorie Taylor Greene said it. They keep coming there and say, "Oh, well, oh, we got this and that, and that, and we got to include Ukraine." She's like, "No, what the hell are we talking about?" And she's dead set against that.
And I understand, but we'll see. We'll see how good of a fight she got against that when it comes around next year when it's time to do the budget. We'll see what happened there.
Okay, okay. Well, we're gonna do a show on it. So when it
I can already tell you the answer, but hey, who am I?
you Negro Damas. Oh man. Okay. So all right, y'all. Well, there you have it, man. Real quick, MD, before I close out the show, Biden getting indicted, man. What's your take on that?
Talking about Hunter Biden.
Hunter, yes, Hunter. You know.
I mean, it is what it is. you play dumb games, you win dumb prizes. It's of no effect to me. It just shows the lack of I guess you would say positional fortitude when it comes to the Biden family as a whole.
Okay,
I mean, it's inevitable.
I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on. Are the media and everybody turned against the Bidens because they want Biden to step down and get Gavin Newsom in the race?
Hell, they should have been thought about that a long time ago. Gavin Newsom should be in the race, and he will be a top contender. I would even go as far to say he'll beat Trump.
You can't even beat Ron DeSantis in a damn debate, but okay.
So wait a minute, you telling me Ron DeSantis? You think Ron DeSantis won that debate? Did you see how dumb he looked?
I mean,
every position that he tried to get on Newsom turned it back around. Newsom is a professional politician. I ain't saying I agree with the shit that he say, but he's slick when he say it. Like Ron DeSantis failed miserably in trying to make any argument in what he was talking about with the crime rate, with the home. The only thing I say he got him on was the China summit. That was pretty much it.
What about the boo boo map?
The what?
The
that's what I'm talking about. The China summit when he had to clean up the homeless people. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he got him.
That's the only thing. That's the only. Holding up a picture like, I mean, just say your position.
Yo, he didn't kill him.
Other than that, like Gavin Newsom destroyed it.
Whoa,
pretty much.
Hold on. The census didn't kill him with the boo boo map.
Again, Black Son. That's what I'm talking about. When he was talking about the homelessness in San Francisco,
right,
and how they cleaned it up for the China summit,
right.
That now that was a point for DeSantis.
Right.
Other than that, the rest of the shit, nah. And they were loaded questions on how Hannity was talking about him. They was loaded as hell.
You want to elaborate more on that?
But in every position, Gavin Newsom should be the presidential nominee for the Democrats.
Well,
why he's not, I don't know. This was just a grooming. No, I ain't gonna say grooming. This was the training ground for 2028.
You might get your wish, sir, because that's why they're indicting Biden Jr. so they can put the pressure on Biden not to run.
It's too late, man. Like we finna go into the start of the year. It's too late. Can't do that now.
All right. Oh, Josh, we were talking about Xi Jinping when he came here to California.
It's entirely too late. The Florida DNC just announced last week that they're not even holding a primary election in the Democratic Party.
heard that. I
You're
heard
not
that.
gonna have a choice. But if you're a Democrat, but vote for Biden, which is bullshit.
Oh yeah, that is too late. Yeah, you're right. Oh, so then that means it's too late for Newsom then.
Well, I mean, he can still run, but why would you do that now? I'm saying it's too late in the race to be considered as a respectable candidate. Even though, in my opinion, people like Newsom more than Biden, but it's too late as far as running the race, running the campaign. It's too late. It don't make sense at this point.
Just
Like
tell.
when DeSantis was talking about a shadow campaign, I was like, like trust me, if Gavin Newsom was running, he would be the front runner right now. Ain't no shadow campaign. He doing the Obama. He basically defending all the Biden policies so that when his time comes, he got it. And that's what's gonna happen.
Hold on, MD. Josh said Dems have changed the rules. They can remove any candidate at any time the will choose the choose to nominate. I don't know if you can see that comment,
What
Josh.
what 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 is he talking in context of? I don't understand.
I think
Is
he
he
was
talking about
talking.
in Florida?
Yeah, I think he was talking about just in general, like the candidates
Well,
can.
remember what the rules of being a presidential candidate are. You have to have a specific amount of donors, and you have to raise a specific amount of money. No Democratic candidate besides Biden has done that. So based on the party rules, technically, Biden is the only candidate. But that's because the DNC haven't pushed no other candidates. They haven't pushed
Right,
for no debates. They haven't pushed for any funding. So that's on them. They can do
right.
what they want to do. That's the Democratic Party. The same for the Republican Party. If you don't hold, remember last Wednesday, Chris Christie just made the qualification that same day to be on the debate floor based on donorship. He barely made it. That's how running a campaign works. It's not about who's choosing who. It's about what the rules are.
All right, all right. Um, let's see what else is in the news. So okay, we got that out of the way. Okay. Um, all right, all right. Well, shit. Damn, it was one more thing I wanted to mention on the international news, but I think I got everything covered. I think I got everything covered. You hear anything new on the whole Gaza Israel situation? Or are we still in the same rut with that?
What you say?
I see you anything new with the whole Gaza Israel situation?
I mean, it's the same old same. Ain't nothing else I can really say much about it.
Right, right.
They
Okay,
kill they killing Gazans by the dozens every day,
right.
and that's that.
Oh, that's what I
I
want.
mean, hell, everybody knows by now.
Right. So Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about that shit that went down in Israel with Hamas is nothing compared to what Hezbollah is going to do to America. What do you say to that? Tempo hat? What? She said that they've documented people coming across the border, Hezbollah coming across the border, and they're afraid that they're going to do the same thing they did to Israel. Oh, I think he's breaking up. All right, y'all. I think MD he must be driving. But yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to Josh, man. Shout out to Jesse. Oh, wait. I think he's coming back in. Okay. He's back in. I think yeah, MD's driving.
Yeah, yeah. I'm parking my truck. I dropped off. What happened now?
No, I was saying that Martin Taylor Greene was saying that there are people that what Hamas did to Israel, Hezbollah is coming across the border, and they fear that same situation is going to happen here in the U.S.
I don't doubt it.
You don't doubt it? Oh shit!
I mean, I believe who was that when they was doing that committee meeting this week? It was somebody that pretty much said the same thing.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't doubt it.
I don't either. In fact, I think your boy Donalds, he talked about it too. Byron Donalds. Byron Donalds mentioned it. Mark Taylor Green mentioned it. Jim Jordan done mention it. Yeah, several people have mentioned this thing.
Yeah, yeah. All these people are pro-Israel. So yeah, I mean, this Israel shit. This ain't a left versus right thing. You know what
Oh,
I'm
I get
saying? This is a
that.
Zion.
I
It's a
get that.
Zionism versus anti-Zionism thing.
Right.
And most of government in our that's in control right now are Zionists. I mean, or Zionist sympathizers. That's what they are, because
Right.
that's what they've been trained to be. So this go beyond party lines, way beyond party lines. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that you got some sleeper cells in America getting ready. I
Mm.
mean, this shit a never ending cycle, and it's gonna continue to be a never ending cycle until you piece together what the Palestinians basically are owed, which is land and sovereignty.
Right. Land and sovereignty. So you're saying push Israel out?
I'm not saying push Israel out. I told you I no longer agree with the two-state solution.
No, I'm not talking about two
When
states.
I say land and sovereignty, that include both Israelis and Palestinians within that land, man.
So who's going to govern?
Garnering equal rights.
So, but Israel would govern, though, right?
Who's ever voted in will govern.
Got you. Got you. Okay. Interesting. Like I said,
I
y'all.
mean, don't we so be pushing democracy? Ain't that the whole point of America and foreign policy?
America's democracy is different than Russian democracy is different than goddamn Israeli democracy, different than
But
African democracy. It's all different.
but I agree with that. But if you go with the I guess the streamlined history of what we've done in other countries, that's what we've always done.
That's what we tried to
Even
put.
though even though we're not a democracy,
Right,
our intention has always been to push democracy on the world.
right, right. That's interesting. Wow.
So if I'm gonna go with that, then that's me saying both Israelis and Palestinians should be able to live amongst each other and form their own government, not based on a nationality or a race. When I say nationality, I'm talking about Israeli and Palestinian,
Right.
but off of what's best for the land as a whole.
Well, wasn't Anthony Blinken pleading with Benjamin Netanyahu to stop firing and stop being so aggressive? And
Because
wasn't
he know what he doing. He annihilating people at the end of the day. You don't think the United States know that?
I mean, Israel is a sovereign country, right?
Again, Netanyahu is annihilating people. Do you not know? Do you not think that the United States know that? And yes, they are sovereign countries, but they will not survive if the money stop flowing. They just won't.
Got you. Well,
It's you that said it was the 51st state after all. That contradict that point.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
How can it be a 51st state and a sovereign nation at the same time?
Well, 51st state, meaning they get funding before any state here in the U.S. gets funding. That's what I mean by 51st state.
I mean, that's not true, but I get what you're saying.
True. No, it is true.
So Israel get funding before any state in this union.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Am I lying?
I mean, I don't see how that's even possible, but
yeah,
Israel get a certain allotment every year, right, to the tune of $8 billion.
Mm-hmm.
That's set aside money. That ain't got nothing to do with the effects going on federally here. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that we look out for Israel before anything else. I ain't gonna say that. I mean, this is
Let me ask you
A
this. Hold
concerted
on,
effort.
MD. Let me ask you a question. Have you heard about states boycotting other states here in the U.S.?
In what context?
In the context of I don't know. I don't know. I guess I got to get a context. Let's see. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know about like boycotting other style. I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay, hold on. Let me. I believe it was Tennessee or was it South Carolina? You know what? I'll come back because I'll have to get uh, the information. But basically, you can deny another state, but you cannot deny Israel to be any type of federal agent of any kind. But I'll get the documentation on that. So I'm not sounding like a damn tinfoil hat up here.
When you say deny Israel, like how can a state deny Israel? I don't understand.
Well, in order to you can't be hired on federally if you have any show any denial of Israel. Meaning, like if you talk against
Well, that's a new phenomenon. That
right,
ain't nothing old. That's new.
but you can talk bad about Texas. You can talk about bad about California. You can talk bad about Georgia, but don't talk bad about Israel. That's
But
what,
we know why. But we know why because the interests are being protected in terms of the I guess you would say in the context of anti-Semitism. You know, last week they just passed the House resolution. What was that? Damn, I was just talking about it on Tuesday. I think it's House Resolution 638, where they just declared that any language of anti-Zionism is considered anti-Semitism. They just did that in the House.
right,
So
right,
basically, if you go around calling somebody a Zionist, you can be
right.
basically deemed as anti-Semitic, even though the two don't even go to, like they're two different things. You know what I'm saying?
They lump them
So
together, right?
this is an ideology. This ain't got shit to do with in interest as a whole when it comes to the nation. This shit is an ideology that's deep rooted in both Israel and the United States.
Mm,
So from that aspect, if you want to say, you know, they take them into account first, yeah, because their ideology tell them to, because they're Zionists.
right,
And now that's me putting my tinfoil hat on. But I mean, hell, they proving it every day.
right, right. All right, well, man, before we go out, so let's go back to Michigan. So you said it earlier that the Muslim population, the Arabs, they only make up 0.5%, correct? So
Point did I say 0.5? Yeah, 0.5% of the whole of the nation.
yeah,
In Michigan is 2.5%.
okay, so 2.5% in Michigan. So who comes out and vote for Biden in Michigan?
Who comes out based? I mean, he's still gonna get some progressive vote, but he's not gonna get the totality of the progressive vote.
So when you say progressive, I'm assuming those aren't going to be the pro-Palestinian progressive votes, right?
See, he gonna get some, not most. He gonna get some.
He gonna get
It's
some.
gonna be very low. It's gonna be very low.
He gonna get some because they just made a pact there. They made a pledge.
I,
U.S.
I I know I know I know what they made, but I'm telling you, he's gonna get some, not most, based on the fact that Trump is on the other side. Them progressives ain't fucking with Trump like that. You still gonna get a low percentage of people that's still gonna vote for Biden because they still up under the guise of vote blue no matter who.
Oh,
The
Muslims.
rest of them,
Hold on,
I know.
Muslims. Muslims
No,
don't
I
vote.
said progressive, not Muslim.
Oh no, I was talking about Muslims. Okay, you don't know. That's right. We trying to find out who's gonna vote. So right, you saying the progressives?
I don't think. I think if we looking at it from that way, I don't think it's gonna be a lot of the mayors that's gonna vote, or either they're gonna vote third party. They're not gonna vote for Trump.
I didn't say they were gonna vote for Trump. Their
Yeah,
pledge,
they probably. I would.
their pledge is to ditch Biden. They didn't say nothing about Trump. And like I said, just like in
Well,
Chicago, their options are open to anybody, even Trump. But they didn't say Trump, but they said he is an option They have other people looking like I said, you got Jill Stein, you got Cornel West, you got JFK, you got other options, but no, but it's hashtag abandon Biden. That's the hashtag.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm saying if I'm a put a spectrum on what that mean, I'm gonna say that the large majority of them either not gonna vote or they gonna vote third party. It's gonna be a low turnout. Point blank. Period. You can bank on it now. Remember that I said it in November 2024 when the numbers come out. Despite who win, who lose, it's gonna show that the turnout was historically low based on what Biden is doing right now.
With Israel and Hamas, right? Correct. Oh, and on the border, right? So Israel,
I mean, hell, a lot of shit.
a lot of shit. Okay. So there's more shit than the border in Israel. The economy.
Student loans,
Student loan. Okay.
environmental issues that he said he was gonna do that he didn't do. It's a lot of shit that he said that he was gonna do from progressive level that he did not do.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So it's more in the world than Ukraine and Palestine. It's a lot of shit that progressive voted for Biden for that he didn't. What basically he reneged on, or he just flat out didn't do. The average everyday Democratic young adult in America don't give a fuck about what's going on in Ukraine or Israel. They do give a fuck about their student loan not being forgive, like he said.
You're right. I agree. Totally agree. I totally agree with that, bro. You're not gonna hear me debate that. All right, well, shit. Well, there y'all have it, y'all, man. U.S. Muslims pledge to ditch Biden. We talked about that. We talked about the black community in Chicago. We also talked about, I think we covered everything, man, internationally. Like I said, Putin is running. Putin 2024 in Russia. So that's very interesting. And
But I'm about to hop off, man.
Okay. No
one more thing that I guess Venezuela's supposed to be invading Guyana at some point in time because they trying to claim some land in Guyana.
I heard about that. Yeah. Yeah, I heard they already got troops over there, man. What's your take on that, real quick?
Hey, it is what it is. Hell, everybody else fighting. Why not them?
Hey, when you got
shit, claim some land.
Hey, when you got weak leadership, everybody's taking advantage.
Claim some land, and that I guess that land mass in Guyana is resource rich. So
oil. Yeah,
and everybody knows Venezuela is fucked up.
Yeah.
So hell, I guess they could use it.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of South America, what do you think about what's his damn name, man? There's a red wave going on across the world, man.
You talking about the guy in Argentina? That dude is a nut job, man.
Okay, what about the one in Finland? And also, they mean it's several levels.
That go toward the identitarian movement. We've been talking about that. It's going to be an extreme right wing wave of socialist nationalists in Europe. I've been saying that.
You did say that. You did say that.
This stuff that's going on right now again. It just come full circle. Every few generations, the same shit happen. It ain't gonna never change. Ain't gonna never stop. There will be, especially with the stuff that's going on in Europe. I mean, in Ukraine, there will be a mass nationalist movement in Europe that's gonna solidify it. For the better or worse, that's up for you to decide. But the fact of the matter is that it will be one.
It's going to be worse for Zelensky because you got more and more countries pulling out support.
Well, I mean, Zelensky is a nationalist himself. I mean, hell, if you ask me, he probably tried to jumpstart it. He just chose the wrong route to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, there's that.
Okay, before you go, what do you think Zelensky's exit strategy going to be? He going to move to Miami? What are you going to do?
I told you, I think he's gonna go full blown authoritarian, and he gonna become an authoritarian state, and then that's when the roles gonna switch. That's my opinion.
roles going to switch. So who's going to support them?
There won't be any support. When I say the roles are going to switch, I'm talking about in terms of the outlook on how the we view Ukraine in terms of their fight for democracy versus otherwise. The roles is going to switch. I think Zelensky going to get to a point where he's just going to say, fuck it. You know what? Yeah, you know, y'all looking at me in a certain light anyway. Just let me just like be full blown Nazi man at the end of the day.
Okay.
And I think that's what he's going to do.
Okay. Okay. All right. With that being said, man, shit, I might do a show tomorrow, man. Um, I know you be busy on Saturday, so like I said, um, I might set something up, y'all, man. Shout out to everybody. Let me give a shout out. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to MD. Shout out to Che. Man, Che didn't make it, but I'm sure y'all stay tuned. Che will most likely do a show tonight. Shout out to Kelly Ray. Shout out to Twin. Shout out to Chris Alpha Tango. Shout out to Yanga, brother Yanga, man. Shout out to Twin. Shout out. Oh, Yesy. Shout out to Yesy. And with that being said, y'all stay tuned. Like I said, Jesse might get on here later on tonight and do a show. Y'all know how he rolls. He does the midnight shift. And with that being said, y'all, we are out. Peace.